Instagram. He sent me a Mauricio Suleiman post that I was not about to go live. I thought I had some plans. Well, I really didn't have no plans, but somebody asked me to do something at the last minute. It didn't work. I guess it's not gonna work out. They gonna call too late and I'd be knocked out. So, um, sometime the best thing is to do is sit in the crib. So you ain't gotta worry about no issues, no bullshit going on. You know how the game goes. So, anytime I stay in the crib, I just know I stay probably kept out of trouble. But for the most part, we're gonna speak on the WBC, saying they want to help Ryan and not punish Ryan. We gonna speak on the black box community being with Ryan over Devin. If you see my last video I did about Ryan and Devin, it was up at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You've seen the beginning video. It was Steven Jackson saying what I've been saying about this situation, and how people said, people saying, well, it's about skill and it's not about steroids. Look here, man, it's the same thing they were saying about baseball. That all, man, it don't take PEDs to hit a home run. All right, ever since baseball cleared up the PEDs, we still ain't had no another Sammy Sosa, another Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire type of run, or Barry Bonds type of run. We ain't never had that. Still had that much excitement in baseball, even though Aaron Judge is a beast and old buddy on the Orioles is hitting a bunch of home runs this year. We still ain't had that excitement we had between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire since they got steroids up out of baseball. But then again, they were saying you don't need steroids to hit a home run. Bullshit. Bullshit. Ever since they took steroids up out of baseball, guess what? We ain't had that, have we? We ain't had that type of excitement in baseball. So when people sit here and say, well, it's about skill, and look here, man, in the video I did earlier, I spoke on um the fact that where steroids can help you at. They allow you to train harder and reap maximum benefit with lesser recovery time, and less pains and aches. Okay, so you got to understand that. Also, it allows you to be conditioned. So if I can keep the same condition and power from round one and round to round 12 versus a guy which I blew off the weight again, so he had to cut to make weight, so he ain't as strong as he can be. And I took an IV, which I probably used that allegedly to flush out the other drug I got popped with, because we know that's what Julio Cesar Martinez was doing. Okay, and at the end of the day, that's what people got to understand. The biggest difference between prize fighting and local level, really good local fighters, is the conditioning. A lot of those local fighters don't have the amenities or the training per diems or the training expenses to really have the training camp they need to have. So they working 9 to 5 and then they go on to train. That's the biggest difference. Skill ain't the biggest difference from the local level guys to the top level guys. The biggest difference is conditioning. That's the biggest difference. Those guys got, all these different scientists and all these different nutritionists, and they got all this money behind them. So the biggest thing for them is nutrition. It's conditioning, excuse me. So to say steroids don't help a guy, how not? When I can have the same, I could be as fresh in round one as I am in round 12. And that's what pretty much Mayweather was trying to insinuate about Manny Pacquiao. He moving up in weight, no water weight on his waist. He throwing the same amount of punches in round one and round 12. Now, a lot of these same people, when it came to Mayweather and Pacquiao, they was making the same point that I was making. So to say, oh, it's about skill, is no. If I didn't have to make weight, right then and there, that should take 3 pounds is a lot of weight to blow off weight. So if I didn't have to make weight, and I didn't cut down and drain myself, that's enough of an advantage right there for a motherfucker to walk away. A pound, a pound, a pound and a half. When you start talking about 2-3 pounds, that's monumental. On top of that, he used an illegal IV. What do you use an illegal IV for? A lot of times you can use it to flush it out your system. A lot of time, depending on what's in that fluid, you can use that to rehydrate, so you can get all the minerals and stuff that you missed out. Now, if you dehydrate from cutting weight, that's on you. So the Haneys had to approve an IV that he shouldn't have had. So right then and there, that's too cheap. You cheating twice right there. You blew off the weight. You took an IV against our will, and who knows? He could have used the IV to flush out the other steroid that got out of his system that was inconclusive. Ryan Garcia has never looked that good. Let's call it what it is. He was as fresh as round 1 as he was in round 12. So don't say, oh man, it's about skill. No, the difference between local good fighters and top prize fighters is conditioning. And if I don't have to strain to make weight, if I took a steroid that helps me keep lean muscle mass, if I took a steroid that helped me recover and lose fat and lose weight, I'm taking a performance enhancing drug that allows me to train harder and not deal with the aches and pains and being able to recover at a faster rate like fucking Wolverine. That is cheating. That is cheating. Steroids allow people in performance enhancing drugs, allow those bodybuilders to train longer and harder without the recovery curve. That's exactly what it is. So you training naturally, you dealing with aches and pains, you getting natural oxygen to the blood. Now I'm getting more oxygen to the blood. I'm getting more blood to the oxygen and all that. Shut the fuck up. Get up out of here. How about that? You know, so most of these people don't know what they talking about. Oh, it's skill. No, it's not skill. Did y'all not watch fucking Rocky 4? Y'all think them baseballs are flying out the parks in baseball? The baseball ain't flew out the park at that rate since they got cleaned up steroids about a baseball. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Get up out of here. You know? And it wasn't like Devin Haney made a bunch of excuses when he lost. He ate his L. Them steroids allow you to punch harder, allow you to get more blood flow and more oxygen to the muscle. It allows you to hit harder. It allows you to be more conditioned than your opponent. It's cheating. If it wasn't banned, then it shouldn't have been banned. You should be able to lean. You should be able to take it. But you can't. And then you sit there, you turn around, and all these brothers is forgetting. You know what I'm saying? All these brothers that signed with Ryan Garcia for whatever reason it is, they forgetting that's Eddie Renasso's 5th fighter that popped hot. Julio Cesar Martinez 1, Canelo Alvarez 2, Oscar Valdez 3, and he still was allowed to fucking fight. And when Canelo popped hot, they allowed him to do a 6-month suspension without taking drug tests. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ryan Garcia was the 4th guy affiliated with them, and the 5th guy affiliated them was Luis Nery. And don't forget, Andy Ruiz lost all that weight when he went over to Eddie Renasso as well too. He lost a bunch of weight. Andy Ruiz was skinny when he was with Eddie Renasso. Let's not forget that he magically lost all that fucking weight. So when we start to get down here and break this down, when people say, well, performance enhancing drugs don't matter, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about because you don't know what he had in his system. He had an inconclusive test for the nodurine. That's why he took the IV, was to flush that shit out. He didn't cycle off of it the right way. But you know what? I wouldn't expect the ignorant comment gangsters on social media to understand that. You don't know how much of that shit he had in his system because obviously he was cycling off of the shit. You know, obviously he was cycling off. Dudes do it all the time, cycle on, cycle off of stuff. But y'all don't know nothing about cycling off because most of y'all ain't motherfucking did a jumping jack since high school. When they said it was time to climb up that rope and try to do the fitness test, most of y'all forgot y'all gym clothes. Y'all just took y'all F, or you took y'all D, pause, and moved on. So I don't expect these guys to know what they talking about. And any of them niggas from Maryland, from that district of whatever DMV stand for in Baltimore and DC, that basically hating on Devin because they don't want to see Tank and Devin fight. Y'all some hoe ass niggas. And them brothers out in Philly, they go around and what they be seeing behind the scenes because, you know, they was hating on Bud too. And I'm talking to the Pacific guys that you know in Philly. It's a lot of raccoons out there in Philly, like our manager Marty Farty. You know, it's a lot of them ninjas out there in Philly like that as well too, which at the end of the day, they was hating on Bud because some shit that happened with Ray Robinson many moons ago. Okay? They was pushing the narrative against Bud for PBC like PBC was going to do something for them. Okay? And all they did was to let Jerron Ennis go. They go around talking about how Bud should give Jerron Ennis an opportunity, but they don't say nothing to the Puerto Rican motherfucker up the street and Danny Garcia about giving him an opportunity because he ain't got no motion going on. But a lot of them dudes in Philly, basically what the word is, they got a problem with Devin because they say he a fake Muslim. But how much non-Islamic or non-Muslim shit do I see them niggas in Philly doing all the time? You know what I'm saying? How many of them niggas out there in Philly do I see doing non-Muslim things? They wearing the kufi, but they sending motherfuckers to the upper room. And I'm not talking about all them dudes, bro. It's a lot of solid guys out there. But they know who I'm talking about. Oh, he's a fake Muslim. We don't like him because he does fake. All y'all niggas do fake Muslim shit. I ain't heard them niggas say Tank is a fake Muslim one time. I ain't heard them say Tank is a fake Muslim one. I ain't heard it. I ain't heard it. What a lot of this shit boiled down to is jealousy. Some shit happened in the amateurs. Oh, he got a daddy. I ain't have a daddy. His daddy got money. I'm telling y'all, bro, I seen this my whole life. And when the black community sit here and they talk about people who came for money, they looked at as pheasants. They looked at as lesser than everybody else. So a lot of these and a lot of these brothers that I grew up with, man, and like I said, I don't sugarcoat shit or fake shit. I went to private school for the first half of my career. And a lot of them dudes really wanted to live up to being a street nigga, man. They had a complex. They wanted to prove that they was just as gangsters as the street niggas. Daddies own businesses, families own baby mansions. Even the single mothers that was raising their kids in that school had real money. They had real money. A pair of Jordans come out. They had insurance policies. They own stocks, bonds, portfolio fund, major portfolio funds. This shit is in 93, 95, 96. You know, when we had events for skating events and bowling events, parents came. Both parents came in a lot of the situations. We had baseball games. All the parents came. The parents would mow the grass. Very involved. But a lot of these dudes wanted to be gangster. That's not the path they chose, bro. I seen this happen before. I've seen it with my own two eyes, bro. And I never bought into it, bro. That don't make you lesser or more black than anybody else. But in the community, that's what it is. And a lot of them dudes got a disdain for Devin. Well, his daddy said this and his daddy said that. His daddy be lying. So the fuck do Bob Arum. So do Angel Garcia. He called Terrence Crawford a nappy-headed Negro. What did y'all say? Y'all ain't say nothing. Y'all ain't threaten him. Y'all ain't hate on him. Teofimo Lopez daddy called somebody the N-word on 2 different occasions from what we heard. And I can tell you another trainer out there in California who a Mexican, who everybody know, somebody got footage of him saying some real racist shit about black people. But he can't release the footage because he was the only person recording. Now, he wasn't secretly recording him. He just was getting some footage at the fight. It's a real racist ass trainer out there in California. You know? And somebody got the footage of him saying some real nasty things about black people. But he can't put it up because he don't want to sever the relationship. And I respect that. He put it up. They won't allow him in the media room no more. And he taking food off his family table. But he got this man saying some real nasty stuff about black people. You know? So it's a lot of stuff that y'all don't be knowing. Like that coke sniffing nigga, the Garfield the cat, he gonna do that little rap video. But when a nigga run up on him, you know, he sit there and he say, well, you know, man, I'm just doing this for money, and I fuck with this guy's channel, and he's nah, nigga. No. You pandering for dollars, bruh. You selling your soul for dollars, bruh. And when niggas see you at the fight, bruh, don't say nothing, bruh. Cause I'ma fuck your bitch. I'm not gonna put hands on you cause you gonna go to the police. I'm gonna fuck your bitch. That's what I plan on doing. And keep going. Me and Tom gonna put the hole in the blade, bruh. So y'all can tell coke sniffing Garfield the cat, the coke head. Why you think he always touching his nose? Cause he can't feel his nose. I know a coke head. And y'all talk about these Keishas out here going around, talk about they don't want good men and they don't want 9 to 5 men. But a lot of y'all sit there, y'all perpetuate that shit in the community. And a lot of them niggas down there in Baltimore got a problem because they want to protect Tank. Why not, you know, if Tank can punch and he's such a great fighter, go ahead and get Devin and Shakur up out of there. Why we need to protect the guy that can protect his own innates? That's what I'm saying. All this hate, and then you got, you know, the others talking about Lomachenko. Well, I wish y'all supported y'all. Yeah, I had y'all Lomachenko support with money and viewership. Because when he fought George Kambosos, ain't nobody watched that shit. The viewership didn't even come out for that fight. Kambosos bet on himself for back end money and didn't nobody buy the fight in Australia. So all this selective rage and shit, man, I asked a nigga from Philly, what you don't like about Devin Haney? Nigga ain't responded. This shit been 8. I done worked the whole shift plus some. At least I'd be like, well, why you don't like LeBron, CJ? Well, I don't like LeBron because he be doing all that hot dogging and winning and dancing on the sideline when he's in Cleveland. You know, he had guard fucking Derrick Rose, but when it came to guarding Kevin Durant, when it came to guarding the top dogs, you know, he didn't want to guard them. This nigga want to make the extra pass and shit. All that hot dogging and kidding playing on the sideline. But when it came down to crunch time and winning, it wasn't no kid and play hot dog, and I don't like him. I gave you a flat out reason why. I respect the man. You know, he hired JJ Redick hired. You know, he got to do things so he can get that Las Vegas team. I ain't mad at him. But I don't fuck with JJ Redick after he made that comment about Bob Cousy. But that's a different story for a different day. All right? But, you know, like I said, and I'm going to get to Ryan Garcia in the WBC. Don't worry. We going to get there. We going to cook long and hard. No diddy on that. But like I be saying about the black community, I seen a fighter down there in DMV. Well, you know, it don't matter. They can erase the hill. He still got beat. Okay, cool. That's why your record fucked up. That's why that Mexican beat your ass. What was the name of the Mexican that beat this nigga that beat his ass? Was it the one that Giovanni got beat up? Oh man, that welterweight. The one that beat up Blair Cobb. What's his name? What's the dude that beat up Blair Cobb? Forget the Mexicans. Not out Machado, man. I can't forget the guy. The dude beat his ass on Golden Boy. These dudes down there in Baltimore, you know, a lot of y'all niggas down there protecting Tank and capping on Alexis Rocha, capping on Tank and shit. Y'all doing that to protect Tank. That's why y'all niggas from the South. That's why y'all from the South. Y'all not even real East Coast. Y'all Southerners, bro. Because when did the stand-up dudes of Baltimore back in the day not want to see the best fight the best? When did that happen? Y'all start protecting the nigga that's supposed to be from the hood. That's supposed to be gangster. Y'all got zesty rappers walking out Tank to the ring. The nigga was zesty as hell. MC Hammer denim shorts. Oh man, let me not start. Dude, like I said before. They ain't building niggas in Baltimore like they used to. Let's say that. They ain't building them like they used to. Them niggas in gentrified black people in Baltimore too. That's a disrespect to call them niggas. They gentrifying them niggas too, man. Back in the day, you'd be able like, man, you got to go handle your business, man. You got to go to this block and get them up out of there. Tank is so small and he's so this, and that's where the hate come from. Tank, Lomachenko, like, look, you do forget that Lomachenko straight up ducked Devin Haney. We do forget Lomachenko straight up ducked Devin Haney. And AB doing all that capping too. That's why he got beat up too. That's why AB got beat up. These niggas do all this capping and I'm Team Tank and this, that. Man, Devin Haney's beating the fuck out of Tank Davis' ass in that ring. Now sparring don't matter. Well, we knew sparring don't matter. We knew it. It's just sparring. But like I continue to say about the whole situation, man, they got it, bro. About that, man. And once one of these niggas get popped out against, man, these Mexicans get popped out against, or one of their favorites get popped out against, I ain't gonna have nothing to say. Because they forgive everybody else for popping hot. Luis Ortiz popped hot on multiple occasions. Dillian White popped hot on a few occasions through two sports. Jarrell Miller popped hot on a few occasions. Oscar Valdez popped hot and he still was allowed to fight. So I feel like if y'all didn't make a stand on Oscar Valdez popping hot and still being allowed to fight, why are we testing for steroids? At that point, why are we testing for roids? Why are we testing for roids? Canelo popped hot, got a 6-month suspension. 6-month suspension, 2 separate drug tests, popped hot. His suspension did not include random vital drug testing. What was the point? Come on. Tyson Fury popped hot, and then, he retired and did what Ryan Garcia tried to do. My thing is, people say, well, let's see a rematch. Why the fuck would I rematch a nigga that tried to cheat me? Why would I rematch somebody that I'm suing? Miguel Cotto rematched Margarito. Well, then again, Miguel Cotto was able to check them damn gloves. He did that for closure. No matter if he reached Margarito or not, he never was the same fighter. Let's talk about that. Miguel Cotto was never the fighter that he was. And had he been that same fighter, he probably would have whooped Floyd Mayweather's ass. Yeah, I said it. Had he regained his form, at that form that he had, that he never got back. He never got back. It's not a lose-lose situation. He got his O back, but at the same time, hit him in his pocket, sue his ass. And you want to know what's so funny about it? Golden Boy knew the whole time. I said this shit 3 years ago to Bill Haney on the phone. 2-3 years ago to Bill that Ryan Garcia was a dirty motherfucker. He was a dirty. How can you not? How can you win? You got your O back. Now you going to sue him in a court of law. And hopefully it's just not a civil suit. Hopefully it's a criminal suit. Devin Haney can set this standard right here in here. And I also sue the the New York State Athletic Commission if I could. How the fuck we gonna negotiate a suspension? A ban? Y'all had a lot of sympathy for Pritchard Cologne, right? They got mad at that brother, and they railroaded him and set him up out of boxing. Forget Terrell something. That ain't what he meant to do, but they had sympathy because it was him. Y'all ain't got no sympathy for the brothers, bruh. None whatsoever. And these brothers need to stop giving these dudes an opportunity that popped hot. Deontay, you go look through my archives and put Deontay and Fury in. You will find a video where I said that Deontay should not fight Fury because he cheated. You will find that video if you look hard enough. I said it. The fighters have the opportunity to ban these guys from getting opportunities while they cheating. If the fighters is still gonna fight these guys, yeah, Terrell Williams, that's him. If the fighters still gonna give these dudes opportunity, stop testing. There's no point of testing at this point. There's no point to test. If y'all still gonna give people opportunities to go out there and fight, it's no point to test, bro. If Devin Haney gonna turn around and still fight Ryan Garcia, and he want to say it's for closure and all that, man, fuck that. We can't sit here and say pets need to be banned and reward a guy for performance enhancing drugs. Right, right. I'm bringing civil charges and criminal charges. That man told Devin Haney that he was about to kill his ass. Literally. Oh, he won't be the same after this fight. I'm going in there to kill him. He said this shit. And y'all thought, oh, the nigga crazy. He crazy. He crazy. Nah, he wasn't crazy. He wasn't crazy. And I'm telling you, on my mama, I have some niggas beat the fuck out of Ryan Garcia. If it's the last thing I do, I have a group of niggas from the hood beat the hell out of Ryan Garcia. Real talk. If I had to do it myself like Jorge Masvidal did that racist ass dude from the UFC, Kobe Covington. If I gotta put a ski mask on myself and put the brass knuckles on and punch him in this shit at Stake 48, what the name of that shit is, I'm broke. I don't know what that is. And knock his ass out like Jorge Masvidal did Kobe Covington. If I gotta do it myself, so be it. That's what I got to do. Somebody got to set the example. And watch a lot of these raccoons come on. Oh, Devin Haney, bitch. He couldn't do it in the ring. He had to do it at Stake 48. Man, fuck out of here. When you talk all that wild shit about my mom, you try to take my life, it got to be consequences. It got to be. I'm not turning another cheek. Nothing. I'm putting a bag on his head. Just like when Ice Cube dropped that diss record, No Vaseline. Easy called them. Easy called his people to jump the lynch mob. Y'all niggas forgot that. That's what type of time I'm on. That's exactly what type of time I'm on. Y'all feeling sympathy for this sassy ass, fake ass, Jesus Christ praising ass Ryan Garcia. Don't forget he took an illegal IV too. He admitted to that. Mexicans didn't claim that nigga until he cheated versus Devin Haney. That let you know. Don't be thinking a lot of you Mexicans cool. It's some cool Mexicans. Don't get it wrong. But don't be thinking all them cool, bro. They wasn't claiming Ryan Garcia until this shit happened. They was going around saying he wasn't La Raza and all that. They didn't claim him. Tell me I'm a man of God and Jesus Christ. Man, fuck out of here. Get out of here. And you got black people. Oh man, it was about skill. And then if it was so much about skill, he barely beat the nigga with 3 knockdowns. That motherfucker was getting out box. If I could have the same stamina that I had in round 1 and round 12, what is you talking about? Most of y'all don't even know what Pez can do. Most of y'all ain't did a sit-up. Y'all ain't did a pull-up. Y'all ain't did a push-up. We know these Gloctaviuses don't work out, bro. Let's keep it real. We know DeAndre don't work out. Y'all can say we don't see Keishas in the gym like that. We don't see a lot of niggas in the gym neither. We see a lot of productive black men in the gym. We don't see no males. Only niggas you see that's gangster in the gym that look to portray to be gangster is the fucking male strippers. And even the niggas that did hard time ain't in the gym like that no more. They out here getting their rocks off. So we don't see too many of y'all males out here. But let's talk about Mauricio before I get off here. So for the most part, Mauricio took to Instagram and did what he did best. Pandered to his Mexicans. Well, you want to help Ryan Garcia? He going through something. Nigga, we all going through something, bro. Devin Haney just lost his grandmother. Okay. Bill just lost his mother. So we all going through something. Ain't nothing wrong with Ryan Garcia, bro. He doing all this acting out to take a distraction off his suspension. Now, I had another problem before I get to that. They backdated the suspension to April. Like I said before, this was a terrible negotiations. This was a terrible deal. So, basically, they fight once a year anyway. He don't fight more than once a year most of the time. So, he fight once a year. Then he talking about, oh, Dana White called me. We could do some things in the UFC. Bruh. Okay. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. But unfortunately, dude, a lot of these brothers out here got self-hate. They don't want to see nobody, no brother really get better. They don't want to see no brother on top. They don't want to see these brothers do well. And Mauricio gonna do what Mexicans do best. They stick together. Well, we want to help him. We don't want to punish him. Okay, cool. But when Deontay Wilder said he wanted to catch a body, they was ready to strip him. But Ryan Garcia missed weight, no penalty. When Ryan Garcia said on multiple occasions that he wanted to kill Devin Haney, no penalty. No penalty. But when Deontay said it was a penalty, when is black people gonna wake up? Why are y'all fighting for these belts? Y'all get the belt, you got 20 mandatories. Canelo get the belt, that nigga ain't gotta fight one. Let them represent themselves. They don't need us to represent their belts. Real talk. They need to start a petition to take Muhammad Ali to fuck off that belt. Shout out to Mark Nash in Super Chat. He said, keep the same energy when the next person pop dirty. I ain't gonna have shit to say. I ain't gonna have a motherfucking thing to say. He said, yeah, there wasn't a penalty because he agreed to find they shook in front. It's cool. Don't matter. Still cheating. And that was, and I pointed that out in the post-fight reaction. I wouldn't have took that money. That fight have been off. Anything over a pound and a half, that fight wouldn't have been off. That's a mistake by them. They thought they was going to run through Ryan Garcia and all that other type of shit. That was a mistake by them. I've said that multiple. Steve is right, though. Steve is 100% right. They took the cash, just like they talking about Devin and Bill talking about taking the cash for the rematch. It's about the money. It's not about the integrity. It's not about the point. It's not about proving the point that cheaters shouldn't win in boxing and shouldn't get opportunities. People say, well, he probably just won his get back. Miguel Cotto got his get back versus old buddy versus Margarito. What the fuck did it get him? He can't get his prime back. What did he get from beating Margarito? What satisfaction did he get for beating Margarito? Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, Mark Nash. I got you, bro. Appreciate you again. I know what you was talking about. What did he get? What did he really get? Closure? I got closure for beating Margarito with a lazy eye at the time. And the Mexicans stick together, bro. They stick together, man. But a lot of these black people still gonna be representing their belt. They still gonna let Muhammad Ali face be on the belt. They still gonna represent the belt. These brothers ain't gonna stand for nothing. They not gonna drop the belt. They not gonna say fuck the belts. They only say it when it's at the convenience, when they got a mandatory, they don't want to fight, or they got to fight somebody to get the belt. So when are we going to take a stance against a boxing giving Valdez, always giving Mexicans a slap on the wrist? Still allowing them to fight. When we going to take a stance with the WBC, always protecting their own? When we going to take our dollar back and say, you know what, we ain't even fucking with the WBC? We not, because these black males are weak in boxing. They're weak. They're very, very weak. These ain't black men. These is males. These are males. They're weak. They can't even get together. And this to let you know, y'all talking about, well, foundational black American, Pan-Africanism. We can't even get 20 boxers to get together, 20 black boxers to get together to stand up against the WBC and say, we not fucking with them. We going to take our sanction and fees away from them until they start putting us on the equal playing field or on pedestal over their Mexican fighter. We can't even get them to do that. Even on a small macro scale, we can't even get them to do that. We can't get 10, 15, 20 boxers together and say, fuck the WBC. We couldn't even, the Gucci put the middle finger up to the black community, and black people bought more and more Gucci. They bought more and more Gucci. It's like when they put the middle finger to black people's face, black people ate it up. And we can talk about a lot of these Keishas love to be dogged out, love to be played. They don't love good people. But a lot of these brothers out here, they don't love. They like to be dogged out too by the other. You know. He says Devin had been awake his whole career. Hold on. He said he got a taste. Got a taste of what? He had to cheat to beat Devin Haney. So what are you saying? He had to cheat to beat Devin Haney. He said people saying Dev need to beat Ryan to prove himself. Prove what? Prove what? What do we got to prove? What is that gonna change? What did it prove for Antonio Margarito to come back and beat Cotto to beat Antonio Margarito? It didn't prove a goddamn thing. Nothing. And if Devin Haney was so pillow fisted, why the fuck did Ryan Garcia take peds? Tell me that. Ryan Garcia ain't never looked that good in the fight. He ain't never looked that good in the fight. And people say, oh, it was an honest mistake. Oh, hold on. He trained with Eddie Renasso, who had 5 fighters that was under his banner that popped hot. 5. He had 5 fighters under his banner that popped hot. Once again, Luis Nery, Julio Cesar Martinez, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar Valdez, and Ryan Garcia. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You exposed because you had to cheat to win. You had to cheat to win. And let's not forget, blew off the weight. Used an illegal IV. What was you losing the illegal IV for? You didn't have to make the weight, so you shouldn't have been dehydrated. You came in over 3 pounds. So why was you losing the illegal? Let's talk about that. Why was he using the illegal IV if you came in over 3 pounds? You don't need to rehydrate. You should be hydrated. You ain't dehydrated. So why was you using the illegal IV, bro? To flush the shit out of the system, bro. But Steve wouldn't know shit about that, because Steve don't know shit about physical fitness. I bet Steve looked like a fat piece of shit laying on his couch. He said, no, Ryan needs to prove. Ryan, at the end of the day, Ryan ain't no real boxer. Ryan ain't never been a world champion. Ryan ain't no real world champion. Ryan ain't never been no boxer. And to be honest, you crying over 3 pounds. You know what 3 pounds is? That's over 10,000 calories you can consume that I can't consume. In some weight classes, that's damn near a new weight class. From 26 to 30, that's almost another weight class. How about that, bucko? From 22 to 26, that's almost another weight class. But you wouldn't know nothing about that, would you? You couldn't lose 3 pounds this week. I bet it. You couldn't lose 3 pounds this week. You couldn't lose 3 pounds this week. Guarantee he couldn't lose 3 pounds this week. Probably gained 33 pounds. He said he took the deal the same day on X and said he was innocent. What is he crying for? Shut up. People saying, oh, it's only 3 pounds. Do you understand? That's over 10,000 extra calories, bro. That's over 10,000 extra calories. For y'all, that's like eating 20 fucking chalupas from Taco Bell. How about that? Come on. That's like eating y'all fried ice cream and empanadas and Mexican pizzas. That's eating like 5 Mexican pizzas, my nigga. Let's keep it real. And y'all see what happened when both fighters clean, what Brian Norman did to Giovanni, didn't y'all? Back to your regular scheduled program. They always say, well, I don't like him for doing this. But then a lot of these niggas will turn around and they'll like another ethnic group for doing the same thing. 5 motherfuckers that was affiliated in the same camp popped hot. Imagine if Derrick James had 5 fighters pop hot. Imagine if Andre Rozier had 5 fighters that pop hot. Imagine if Virgil Horner had 5 fighters that pop tied. 5 black fighters that pop tied. Imagine if Bonzi Ennis had 5 fighters that pop tied. Imagine if Barry Hunter had 5 fighters that popped out. Imagine if Coach Calvin Ford had 5 fighters that popped out. Imagine if Ronnie Shields had 5 fighters that popped out. Imagine if Coach K. Karoma had 5 fighters that popped out. What would we be saying, bro? Imagine if Eddie Mustafa Muhammad had 5 fighters that popped out. This conversation would be totally different, bro. We don't know if his career ended or not. We don't know. You know, Miguel Cotto still went on and had a solid performance versus Floyd Mayweather. But we know that performance would have been even greater had he not ran into Antonio Margarito. That one guy that died because of Panama Lewis. We don't know what his career could have been. You know, let's not talk about, people talk about how Devin Haney is a weight bully or Earl is a weight bully. And but people, you know, because most of y'all don't watch no motherfucking boxing. Y'all forgot when Sergio Martinez lost his prime when Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. came in a fucking heavyweight when they fought. In the 12th and final round, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. took Sergio Martinez prime. But y'all didn't watch boxing back then. Come on. He said he couldn't lose 3 pounds because of the non-jury law. Did Ryan look dehydrated on the scales? No, non-jury makes you retain water. Water retention. Okay. You know, I don't know much about drawing. But he probably flushed that shit out of his system. But y'all don't understand how they cycle on and off that shit. And like I said, there's certain supplements that and herbs you should cycle on and off. But guess what? Y'all don't even know what the fuck I mean when I say cycle. Well, Mauricio Suleiman, bro, I wouldn't break no bread with Cuz no more. But then again, these brothers ain't got no backbone. These brothers ain't got no backbone. We don't stick together versus Gucci. We don't stick together for reparations. We don't even stick together about who started hip-hop. You got KRS-One going around here saying that Puerto Ricans helped us start hip-hop. And it was Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans. And so, you know, so he going around saying that, oh, it was Puerto Ricans that helped us start hip-hop. It wasn't just black people. After the brother Tariq Nasheed did a whole documentary microphone check with receipts, but we supposed to listen to a nigga that didn't take care of his homie family that put him on in Scott LaRock. I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of these old heads, man, they the problem. A lot of these old heads that have been bought off, they the problem. We can't even agree as black people that we started hip-hop. You know, somebody sent me a post where Mexicans was mad at Kendrick Lamar Juneteenth concert because they were underrepresented at his concert. Nigga, do you understand it was Juneteenth? Do you understand it was Juneteenth, bro? What that got to do with Mexicans? What that got to do with y'all? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What they got to do with y'all? He said Puerto Ricans ain't helped start a goddamn thing. Stop it. What the fuck they did? Get a cardboard to spin on their head, my nigga? They ain't start a goddamn thing. Don't believe that bullshit they telling y'all. They ain't start a goddamn thing. Because they got a cardboard and spent on their motherfucking head. Get up out of here. They ain't start a goddamn thing. That's a fucking lie. Hip-hop can be going all the way back to the 1940s and 50s, to be real. Started by black people. Anytime we create it, they want to take it. Them motherfuckers spent on their head and now they created hip-hop. Don't nobody even, that's not a fact. That's not a fact. That is not a fact. That is not a fact. They didn't start a goddamn thing. You had people in the 1940s and 50s rapping. You had people in the 19s and 40s and 50s rapping. So where was the fucking Puerto Ricans at then when they was rapping? Matter of fact, motherfucker, you had James Brown rapping. Just to give you a reference that you probably can remember. Which James Brown was the most sampled artist, especially in the hip hop community in the 90s. Now, do we control rap? No, it's the white man's community now. I'll give you that. It's the white man's community now. The white man run hip hop. And that is what it is. Y'all ain't have shit to do with that shit. Y'all got cardboard and spent on y'all head, and now y'all a contributor. Fuck out of here. Motherfuckers got a cardboard and cut a goddamn Timberland glove open and started spinning and shit and said they created hip hop. Get up out of here. You had them brothers rapping in the 40s and the 50s, bro. Come on, man. You had brothers rapping in the 40s and the 50s, bro. Like, check this. I don't even have to see his documentary because I already know. They always was, oh, we started this and we started that, and I ain't did shit. It's just like they said we gonna give black people reparations. Watch all these same Africans and some of these Mexicans and all these people that don't identify quick to tell us that they ain't black. Watch how they raise their hand for reparations. Say, well, my daddy was black. They was black. Well, mark my words, how everybody want to be black. But they said we want to order 66 black people, right? Star Wars reference. Oh, I ain't black, I'm Colombian, or I'm from Nigerian, or I'm Jamaican, I'm from Uganda. Watch how ain't nobody want to be black. Watch everybody want to be black. Watch everybody want to be black. I guarantee you. Everybody go, oh yeah, I'm black. I ain't black. I'm black. If it benefits y'all, man, it's cool. But back to Mauricio Suleiman. Oh, we want to help Ryan Garcia. Yeah, you probably helped Ryan Garcia pass that drug test. He always got smoke for the brothers. Man, forget Ryan Garcia daddy. They always got smoke. They always got smoke for the brothers, ready to spin the brothers, ready to strip the brothers. Right? When it came to holding up Errol Spence' career, they allowed Keith Thurman to hold up Errol Spence's career. When it came to Deontay, they did what they did versus Deontay. Now you know why Riddick Bowe threw that whole ass belt in the trash. Now you know why. And I ain't got no issue with Mill City boxing at all. Shout out to him in his interviews. Very informative. But guess what? If you don't like his shit, don't watch it. If you don't like the interview, don't watch it. Yeah, I don't watch it. I don't support shit. I don't watch it. I don't watch too many boxing channels no more. They don't be hitting. Niggas don't be hitting on shit no more for real. Niggas shit ain't creative, witty, informative. It's just a bunch of lies. A bunch of debates and crying. Niggas be debating about a fight that ain't gonna never happen. And Mauricio, man, like I told y'all before, he's a fat piece of shit. Always making up rules as they go. So, y'all wake me up when these brothers ready to stick together and stick it to these sanctioning belt bodies. Will you wake me up when they petition for this Mexican to take Muhammad Ali face off they fake ass green belt? Y'all wake me up when these brothers, y'all wake me up when these brothers wake up and stop messing with the WBC. Wake me up when that happens. Wake me up with that when that happens, when they stick together. Which ain't gonna never happen. Because they don't have no backbone. It ain't gonna never happen. We couldn't even stand up for a Mexican cheating versus a brother. If it was the other way around, dude, they would have so much vitriol for Devin Haney. They had so many issues. Now Victor Conti issue. Wasn't the issue when y'all was praising y'all honorable brother Caleb Plant. It wasn't no issue. It wasn't no issue when the Charlo twins missed a drug test. It wasn't no issue when Joseph Parker missed his WBC drug test. You notice how that shit don't make no news? Y'all room for Luis Ortiz and he didn't fail multiple drug tests. Come on. They did more insinuating and more probing on Errol Spence possibly popping hot than they did actually getting on Oscar Valdez and Canelo for popping hot. Come on. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. And that's why Gary Anton Russell got his ass beaten. His brother going on the internet running his fucking mouth. What you got to run your mouth about? You should have been running your mouth in your brother in training camp so he wouldn't have got his ass beat like that. Because that's why y'all ducked Alberto Puello in the first place. Y'all sit there talked about how drugs don't matter and his skills pay the bills and gosh golly gee. That song by motherfucker the stylistic and shit. Look what happened. You lost to a motherfucker that popped hot. And then, if we want to do some black on black crime, because I know y'all like that. It was a brother a few weeks ago that they sent him to the upper room because he was trying to sell some Jordans on Craigslist or something like that around here. I know y'all love black on black crime. Right? Let's talk about how, Tank Davis didn't know who the hell he was testing for. Imagine if Devin Haney said, or Crawford said, Frank said, I'm doing VADA, but, Terrence Bow, I'm doing some testing. Nigga didn't test, bro. And I'm telling y'all, even if some of these dudes popped hot, even if some of these guys popped hot, they were sweeping under the rug. That's why PBC drug testing is kept confidential. I know for a fact it's 2 PBC fighters. One guy fighting in August that's popping hot. He dirty. And another guy that just fought last weekend dirty than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For a fact. And I said Ryan Garcia was dirty 3 years ago. Ask Bill. Told him on the phone. He ain't listened to me, but that's cool. Niggas be thinking, CJ don't know what he talking about. CJ crazy. Oh, he don't be going to the fight. I just choose not to go to the fights because them niggas is fake, bruh. I don't like being around fake motherfucking shit, bro. When I clock in, that's enough fakeness. Even though ain't a bunch of fakeness at the work. And at the end of the day, man, that dude, Lazy Eye, he been a bitch ass nigga. Him and that coke sniffing nigga you mentioned, they gotta sit there, and I wouldn't have said their names. They gotta sit there and they gotta make their money off this shit. That's all it boiled down to. Niggas and tried to sue me, but you would never know it because I call it down the middle. I ain't no whole ass nigga. These niggas emotional. And both of them some light-skinned ass niggas. So what you expect? Come on, man. What you expect? Elder Barge and John B. What you expect? Two emotional ass niggas, man. Anytime they get to talking about, this fight don't need the best possible fight happening, they dumbasses taking money out of their pockets. The bigger the fight, the better all the money and the better the conversation we got. Real talk. If boxing made the best fights, boxing would be the #1 sport, bro. Easily. The NBA ain't hit no shit. And really, if you look at it, the NFL decline is coming. NFL so thirsty for viewership, they showing Taylor Swift. That bitch don't even get my Johnson hard. Like, no offense. And I worked her concert many years ago. Very talented young lady. But it ain't like you look at her like you want to go, you want to go ham some ass. Nah, it ain't like you about to, ain't like you see her, certain girls, bro, you see her and you just want to run through a wall. And in my opinion, they ain't always got to be the baddest bitches. Some chicks just got some type of appeal, sex appeal. She could be like above average, slightly above average, but it's just something about them. Really can't put your finger on it. Some girls could look fine, but they walk goofy, they demeanor goofy, and it's just like, bitch, is goofy. Some chick can be a 6.5, a 7. But the way she carry herself and how uppity she is and her posture and all that, and how she talking shit, they go a long fucking way. Well, it's called sex appeal. Not every bad bitch got it. Some ugly bitches got it. Some average chicks got it. You know? You know? Being classy could take a chick from, not in playing in the game to at least being the substitute, to being the 8th man off the bench. It goes like that. But, I got some questions I answer. But Mauricio, man, we been knew he was. Come on, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a mook. And if y'all brothers ain't gonna stick together at some point, it is what it is. And, Regis, man, like I said before, I already blasted him. One thing about black people, man, they gonna be jealous. I told y'all, all the crimes that was committed against me, all the hating and jealousy niggas had, it been from black people. It been from black people. You be surprised, nigga got, good car, beautiful woman, beautiful house, and still black people love to hate down. Look at Jay-Z. He hated on all his artists. Didn't want to see nobody be bigger than him or be remotely close to him. That's why him and Cameron and them niggas clashed. Compared to your man's Beans, you whack. That's why they clashed. Notice, man, I'm telling you, Nipsey Hussle left us with one of the greatest lines in rap history on Victory Lap. He gave us one. He said these black owners in this game are some powerful racists. That think about Puff, think about Jay. You know what that means? The guys that have a little bit of power in hip hop, they suppress everybody else. They stopping everybody else from getting where they need to get to. I'm telling you, most of the people I encounter, I have friends that have buku bitches. They have bitches that buy niggas Jordans, but these niggas would just still hate on niggas like me. These niggas had it all. But niggas be jealous of shit that you got that they ain't got. Mommy or daddy, a stable home, food in the groceries, in the kitchen. Niggas be jealous because you might be smart or you might be a critical thinker and shit. Niggas been hating on my whole life. Niggas been hating. I never really understood it, bro. When a nigga was broke, nigga was hating. And what? So that's just crazy to me, bro. And all I did, be honest, bro. And the biggest mistake I did, I wanted to help everybody. And life will show you that once you start helping people that don't deserve your attention and help, it's gonna hurt you. And once they hurt you and you learn your lesson, you don't want to be around nobody. I don't hang around niggas. You'll catch me hanging around one person. I don't hang around niggas. What do we got to speak about? What we got to kick it about? Nothing. Nothing. I don't hang around them. If you see me hanging, I'm solo dolo. I might be with my mom. Maybe a cousin, rarely. But I'm with some pussy. That's just straight up and down. I might not be smashing it. I might be, but that's just what I'm with, bro. I don't be hanging around niggas, man. Niggas act like bitches. So why not just hang around bitches? That's how I look at it. He said, in this world now, he said, you speaking facts, bro, especially when you talk about winning and losing by yourself. It rests with that. Yeah. I take my wins and my losses in silent, bro. If I can help it, I can take my wins and losses in silent, bro. I take my wins and losses in silent, bro. So I celebrate my wins, by myself. And I had to learn to do that. You get good news and you want to tell people, nah, niggas like the brother from Rocky 3, Mr. T said. He said motherfuckers be dream killers, bro. So yeah, I celebrate by myself. Remember, some people say, "What you do for your birthday this year?" Absolutely motherfucking nothing. Went to Benihana's and got fucking food poison. That was the highlight. And I still delivered on the channel. Sick as a dog, and I still delivered. I had COVID 2 times over the course of from I had it when it first came in 2020, and then I had it like a year later in like November, December. And still deliver content. Still delivered. But it wasn't none of y'all business. I still delivered. But I tell y'all, I take my wins and my losses. I don't want to celebrate no birthday with nobody. I don't want to celebrate no wins. I keep that shit close to the vest. He said, I don't like people like that's not gonna lie. A lot of these niggas just haters, bro. And once you figure that shit out, bro, niggas be dirty macking, pillow talking. It's so greasy that a lot of these dudes don't even bring their women. They can't even bring their new woman around their friends. Like, them niggas ain't friends. If you can't bring your woman around your friends, then what they around for? What they around for? That say a lot about the bitch on your arm. What you think about her, and that say a lot about your circle. Niggas ain't solid, bro. I hate to tell y'all that, man. That's why I tell y'all, man, keep your bitch off the internet. Keep your personal feelings off the internet. Don't let these people know what you're doing. Only let them know what you want them to know. If you gonna say, well, I'm at the Sizzler, or I'm at the Golden Corral or whatever, hey, be on your, post it or be gone and post it, or post it and you on your way out. That's how that rapper in Philadelphia got killed out there in LA. His chick posting where they at and stuff, man. That's why I say, man, stay in the shadows. Don't drink and drive. Don't do none of that shit. You see what's going on in Houston. Like I told y'all a year ago. Tyrese Bowie, I told your dumbass a year ago. Go look at them cases and all the cases in Houston they found in a week. Go look at it. Go to No Jumper Twitter. I don't even like them niggas, but No Jumper Twitter. They got all the cases by individual cases. What they got. You see how many cases of that shit they got? Of all them different things they got in Houston? And as I tell y'all, when y'all got y'all talking to these women, or y'all traveling and all that stuff, trust and believe me, if you got your significant other, a girl you dealing with, or whatever you dealing with, you a girl and the guy you dealing with, and they traveling to Houston, Atlanta, Jamaica, you know what I'm saying, Las Vegas, Memphis, Miami, bruh, don't you dare raw dog them. They go straight to the clinic. You need them to go straight to the clinic when they come back. Rubber up, go straight to the clinic. No rubber, no clinic, no nothing. Rock One said this sums up Ninja's men mentality. If you build a successful furniture company, Ninjas will start competing furniture company instead of starting a lumber company and selling you the wood. Yup, that sums it up. They want to compete, or they gonna find a way to come in and try to get a deal. The couch is $1,000. Oh man, I got $5 for the couch. I don't think it's that bad, man. And then if a lot of times you come in the black store and you buy enough stuff, they're gonna be like, well, you don't even gotta ask for a discount. They're gonna say, well, I'm gonna knock this off for you. You know what I'm saying? I've been in there. I've been in different stores, brother stores, boutiques before, and I know it's gonna be expensive. I come in there with the mindset I want to spend with the brother. And a lot of times when I buy this and I buy that, they knock something off for you, boy. Don't ask for it. I'm not trying to talk you down. But like I said about what's going on in Houston, that shit real, bro. I'm telling y'all, man, that shit is real. Houston, Miami, Memphis, Atlanta. This is the promiscuous women is what's going on. And y'all be thinking these women are so beautiful and so elegant and nice, and they wouldn't do that. Yes, they will. And I said this the other day, man. I think I said this last night on the live. It's to the point now, if you got in-house booty or you got a wife or whatever, you got to strap up with your wife. You know, you got to strap up with your wife. You got to wear rubber for your wife now. You know, that's really defeating the purpose of getting married at that point. You got to wear rubber. Not only are they going around telling them these are your babies and they not your babies. How many cases we find that they said that like 50% of the 50% of the women in Jamaica, the DNA tests are not the father that they say is the father. And they say if they continue to test the whole island, they think that percentage might crawl into the 60, 70, 80% of DNA tests that the father that's supposed to be the father is not the father, however you say that. Think about how deep that is. I think right now in America, like either 25 to 35% of DNA tests, the father that's accused of being the father is not the father. That's the only best way I can think about saying it. Right? In places I believe like Louisiana, if you don't get a DNA test within the 3 years or 2 or 3 years, it don't matter what the DNA test say like that. You still financially responsible for that kid, even if that kid is not yours. So think about that. Think about that for a minute. Think about that. You had a white judge that said he had 2 kids, and he found out, years down the line when they was grown, they wasn't his kids. You had a Jamaican man that had a family of kids with a woman, and he found out the 3, 4, 5 kids wasn't his, and he sent her to the upper room. He sent her flying to the upper room. She probably went to the lower, right? She went to the lower room. So it's square business out here, man. This is why, and I hate to say this, but this is why they had arranged marriages. This is why women can't pick. They can't pick where to eat. So why the hell would you expect them to pick the proper mate? They can't even pick what they want to eat. So why would you expect them to pick the proper mate? I just want y'all brothers to be careful out here. And if a lot of y'all young brothers out here, y'all virgins, stay being virgins, bro. You're not missing nothing. A lot of y'all brothers virgins, man, keep being virgins. You trust me, you're not missing nothing. She just gonna lay there and judge you on your stroke game. You ain't missing nothing. I'd probably say 1 in 10 women actually know how to really have sex, and I'm probably being lenient on 1 in 10. I'm probably being lenient out here. So don't think I go to church and find a good woman. They ain't shit neither. You just gotta hope that you find a good one. But it's the reason these brothers going to get passports and stuff. But then again, I can talk about that dark side of it. I don't travel and do the passport thing, but I know of men that do it. I know men that do the remote work. I know dudes that send money back over to them, and I know how the game work. So, like I continue to say, y'all talking about them areas, dealing with any type of woman that travel. I just know from experience. How women are. I've never had a woman say, I had one. Let me not lie, I had one. But for the majority outside of that one, there was, come on, man. I put the condom on at my own terms. No, you condom, it ain't real sex, and this, that, and the third. And if she allergic to latex, go get that bearskin shit. I heard it's the shit. I seen a lot of the women that have an allergy to latex. You know what I'm saying? That bearskin is the shit. It's right in the goddamn CVS aisle. I seen it the other day. If you ain't got a rubber, hey man, forget about it. Trust and believe me. Forget about it. You hear stories about brothers going down on girls and they coming up with the bump. Forget about it. Forget about it. Make sure you just go. Look here, man. Listen to me. Go to the CVS. Maybe even the Speedway. They're a little bit cheaper, depending on where you live at. Go there. Get a couple condoms. This is what I did. I bought about 2-3 packs. Right? Read the date on them. Put some in my dresser. Put a few in my car. So a few in the dresser, a few in the car. You know what I'm saying? You know, I keep a couple dollars in the car too, because I'm bad at keeping money on me. So I keep a couple dollars in the car just in case. That's how you do it. You know? And at the end of the day, bro, protect yourself, man, because these women will throw babies on you. These women will give you shit, you know, that you can't get rid of, that you gotta live with. And no matter how comfortable you feel with her, and I made this mistake before too, thinking that she's a great woman and she clean and all this, you just never know. Some of these women don't have conscience. You just never know. So, you know, but like I said before, the numbers in Houston are alarming. They're very alarming looking at those numbers. And you go to the No Jumper page on Twitter, and I don't even like them ninjas, but you go to this page, he got the statistic breakdown about how many people in a week. It was 50,000 people test positive in a week for about 8 different things. Some shit you ain't heard of since medieval times. You know? So like I said before, you dealing with traveling nurses, you dealing with flight attendants, you know, going both male and female. You dealing with people that's traveling to Houston. These women were going to Jamaica to get their blacks blown out. It was a video of a woman that told the guy, "Oh, get a plastic bag and you can stick it in a plastic bag, sister." That's what they going to Jamaica and that stuff for. When they go to Vegas, when they go to Houston, when they go to these places, bro, when women travel, part of the travel experience is to get popped off and do the nastiest things they do outside the country or outside where they from and go back home. When you see a woman that travel, I know a chick, they ran her on the football team. That was the rumor. I believe it to be true. She moved all the way to California to reset her whole facts. I had a chick I went to college with, a real cool girl. Her homies ended up running the train on her. Now she married. Her husband would have no idea. Debo, man, I ain't about to worry about Debo Samuels. Ain't they about to trade him? Coon Boy Samuels. Like I said before, a lot of these dudes, man, like I said, man, I don't respect a lot of these brothers, man. I don't respect a lot of them. He said, yeah, I saw that he was already in her stroking her. I mean, shit, it is what it is. Trying to get a plastic bag. And y'all remember what happened with Terry McMillan in the 90s. They said Tank fans calling him a snitch. Man, I'm not worried about that. Dog, Tank fans is scared that Devin gonna beat Tank ass. That's all it boiled down to. But don't forget Terry McMillan end up, you know, getting the guy. She the one that started, you know, the females, black women was doing passport in the 90s. Because they couldn't get a man in the 90s. So they was going over there and Terry McMillan went over there and got a mook. Remember that? Married him and then she finessed him, wrote a book, used her. And, you know, that's what she got. Stella got her groove back. And he ended up being the mook. And finessed her. And she tried to sue him and all that type stuff. So you got to understand, passport sisters, passport girls was a failure. Yeah, passport girls was a failure. They was doing it in the 90s, bro. Everything that y'all seeing that these women are having issues with today is nothing new. This feminist stuff, they great grandmothers was telling their grandmothers, and their grandmothers was telling their mothers, and their mothers is telling their daughters, and they telling their daughters that now. Feminism is not new. Being the fool guy is not new. Being in the friend zone is not new. Them dealing with thugs and pimps and players and max and not wanting good guys and marrying the safe provider guy and cheating on him and most of the kids not being theirs. This is nothing new. Only thing is new is y'all finally finding out about this is the visibility. Because females can't stay off TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. They got to tell somebody about they snitching on themselves. None of this is new. With these women, none of this is new. Y'all think, oh, I can't believe women doing it, bruh. You can tell somebody that, you know, oh, you know, we ran a train on her. Her too. People wouldn't believe it. Women wouldn't believe it. I remember I pulled up in front of this chick crib house one time. She's at my crib, and my brother had them coming over, and my homie was down there. He threw me the broad, to be honest. He threw her to me. So we upstairs, and she didn't want to do the thing upstairs, so she like take me home. So we get to the crib, whatever, her crib. She said, pull up to the next house. My family don't know I'm like this. And I'm like, what is she talking about? Front seat of my car, mopped me up, popped off. Man, I swear to God, right after she popped off, she opened the door, she spit it out. I say about a minute, two later, the police came to the car, flashed the flashlight in the car, right after she got done. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, and her family thought she was a good girl, and I knew she wasn't, but her family thought she was good. So it's really not no telling. It's really not no telling. I threw my homie women too. That's just, that's why I just, like I said before, it's just, like I said, I had a homie that used to backdoor all of us. Every chick we was into, he would try to go behind us, and most times he succeeded and fucked her. Don't know what he got out of it, but we even came up with an adjective for it. We said he twined us. Pause. That's just how niggas is, bro. Like, so um but that's how I knew how women was, bro. And you think a woman, and I said this in my Patreon coming up, man. Check out the Patreon links in the link tree. Like, women don't know what they want, bro. Like, I remember this one dude. I'm like, damn, this girl for sure gonna like him over me. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, like they don't really know what they want until they see it. So for you to really think that, that's why I told y'all like how we scale women 1 to 10. Like Twan, like his name was Antoine, so he used to backdoor nigga, so we said he twined us. The real talk, pause. That's why, like that's why, nigga. That's why we dubbed the word twined. Like he twined us. Like, yeah, he backdoored us and shit. Like that's basically what it mean. They turned him into an adjective. Shit was real talk. Real talk. Turned it into an adjective. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a point guard, though. I give him that. Hell of a point guard. But they turned the nigga name into an adjective. I bullshit you not. But, you know, that's just how I figured. I just figured how, like, I just seen how they really operate. I done seen women had a friend over for a sleepover, and they had a boyfriend rob the girl's car while she upstairs sleeping, hit a lick and steal glasses and steal money out the bitch car. Like, I just didn't see how they really is, bro. I didn't see like I didn't see how chicks are. They'll tell the chick, oh, how your stroke game is. Her best friend gonna turn around and want to try it. I done seen situations where girls don't want to talk to you in public, but then y'all get by yourself, they begging to come to your crib. Like, I seen that before. Like, I was trying to get this chick like to come to my crib or whatever, and she lived around the corner. She lived on 6, so I'm like, like, come to my crib. She like, nope, I won't come to your crib. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So half day come. Like, I'm about to go over to my homie house, whatever, play Madden. Right? We always go over there play Madden. Really, that's it. Because I don't even remember playing 2K at my nigga crib, my nigga Melvin crib. Then we go out the bus. She's like, hold on, I want to come to your crib today. Man, I looked at that bitch like she was crazy. I said, hell no. Nah. I said, hell no. Nah. Went to my nigga Melvin crib, bro. I told her, hell no. Nah. She was hurt like, no, nah, this ain't, you don't run, this yo monkey ass don't run this show. You know what I'm saying? Your monkey ass don't run this show. Like all the other times, you could have came to the crib. You didn't want to come. Now you want to come to the crib all of a sudden? Nah, fuck that. Like think you supposed to stop and put women on a pedestal. Like, I just one chick that always want to come over and shit, but she think because um she think her punani is go. Like, no, I'm not really tripping on that at all. I'll be tripping on that shit, dog. Like, it is what it is. I'm at the point where I got enough discipline to be like, I'm good. You know, if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. But like I said before, they be thinking, like, and a lot of dudes got these women thinking that their punani is all high and mighty and stuff of that nature, bro. And it ain't. But if you never see this side of women before this era, if you never seen how women really operate like that, you wouldn't believe it. I didn't believe it until I seen it. Like, you would be like, you know, you have a group of niggas and you like, why would she pick me out of all the group of niggas? Like, and women just have a particular type. Like, it's no really describing it. I think I told niggas the story. I told niggas the story. I don't know if I told it on Patreon or I'll tell it again, right? So my homie had these chicks pull up. I don't even know if he knew this chick from, right? He had these chicks pull up, whatever, right? It's like 4, 5 of them, but I think 2 or 3 of them pulled up first, right? So my homie, he wasn't really interested, whatever, right? But it was a bunch of chicks running around the crib. He, you know, I want to say it was just me, my boy, and he and him. It might have been my other nigga Tay too, but whatever reason, my other nigga, he wasn't like whatever. He wasn't stunning, right? So and it was a nice looking yellow girl there too, whatever. So really, my boy was just supposed to be getting something. He upstairs, whatever. And they all listening to shit. We in high school. They're like, she ain't even making no noise and shit. This shit was funny, right? So a boy dropped them. The first few girls, a boy dropped them off. The second group, I don't even know how them hoes got there. I don't remember. So, um, so you know, the dude came down. He sat on the couch, whatever, chopping it up, whatever. He ended up leaving, right? Man, we in high school. It was in high school too. So they in high school, whatever. So he left. So I ended up getting up on the girl. She ended up talking. She chose whatever. So my homie, I had 2 rooms at the time, right? I had 2 rooms, right? So I had one room. I don't even know. I just had 2 rooms, right? So whatever reason, my homie was in one room. I don't know what was going on in my room. So I don't know why I didn't go to my room. Somebody must have been in my room. So somebody had to be with another girl. So because I had the full time with the bunk bed and shit at the time. So I don't remember who was in my room. So I had to go to my mom's room. So in my mom's room, whatever. So we talking whatever. And, you know, I'm trying to get her to, you know, mop me up or whatever. And she had like, she don't mop me up. Her friend like, yes, she do. Yes, she do. She like the door. Yes, she do. We this shit was like, wow. So she like, yeah, you know, that was my boyfriend down there that dropped me off. And you know, he don't be doing it right and stuff of that. And I'm like, what? So your boyfriend dropped you off to get popped off. Like, he probably didn't know, bro. Like, you literally dropped her off, sat on my couch for her to get popped off. Nasty word. Now she probably was like, what's 5 or 6 other girls? I'm just over there with them. It's 4 boys. You dropping your chick off. It's 4 boys at the crib. Now, it ain't like he dropped them off and didn't come in. He came in, sat on my couch and everything. It's 4 boys. I believe it's 4 of us. My boy D, my other nigga Viz, my nigga Tay. So it's and me. It's 4 of us. It's about 5 or 6 of them. I want to say about 4. I want to say about 5, maybe 5 of them. All right. He dropped his girlfriend off to get popped off. And she told me. It wouldn't make a difference, but you know, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This shit's scandalous. But if you don't see stuff like this, you won't, and you're not above it happening to you. I'll tell you another time. I told this story too before. I'll tell you another time where I got some time. I definitely ain't doing shit tonight. So my homie and shit, he cut grass with my mom's husband. So he was dropping the check off. This shit is kind of funny, right? So nobody was at the crib. I don't even know where the fuck my mom at, right? She gone, whatever. So my nigga D, this is my nigga D again. He upstairs with this fat bitch, all right? I swear to God, this big bitch. So she was like, she got a friend. She got a friend. I'm like, you know what it is, whatever. So I'm chilling, bro. Like, I'm took some sleeping pills. I'm about to doze off. So I'm like, man, the bitch gonna be coming out here. So I'm like, the bitch probably about to be ugly. I ain't gonna do shit with the bitch. The bitch friend big as hell. So I'm like, nah. So they come over. Friend cold as hell. He mad. Bitch, her friend cold blooded, right? Bad bitch, like cold, right? So I'm like, dog. So they go upstairs, whatever. My Bob's husband walk in, right? and see this nigga with this big bitch, dog. His shit was funny as hell, dog. He was like, dog. That nigga felt so embarrassed. It was a dry night for cuz. So he was like, man. Matter of fact, we sit downstairs. He probably think the big bitch dropped that. Nah, you sit next to that big bitch. So they end up going upstairs or whatever. So she leave me with the chick. So then we get down there or whatever. She comes sit next to me. But then, she was at the time I had my computer on my big screen TV in my basement. So she started searching on her Facebook and shit. And then she started talking about the niggas that her friends are going through pictures. Oh, this my nigga. She started talking about some other niggas and shit. Do you know I left that bitch right on that futon and went in my bed and went to sleep, bro? Because my boy was like, you ain't hit that. I said, that bitch got to running her mouth about other niggas and how they had money. I left that bitch sitting right there, bro. That shit was a turn off. That shit was a turn off. You gonna run your mouth about other niggas to another nigga? I was like, bro, I went to bed. That nigga was so disappointed, bro. I swear to God, I went to bed, dog. I went right to bed. I'll tell you one more story. I'll read a couple comments first. I'm gonna tell you this story. I would tell you this story. So Rock was say, he said, man, I tell you this, I don't be the dude that call your boy's girl on her shit to her face. That is make her try to bang you with him in the house. That happened numerous times. Yeah, I ain't never been through that one. But I tell you this story we had, whatever. So, dog, I told this story before too. We meet some chicks at the club, like these some ratchets, but they straight. Oh, I'll tell you one more last one too. This will be the last one I'm gonna get off. So we met some chicks at the club, right? So they following us. This one of the nights that I guess my mama came home. I'm in college, but I'm back home. My mama was at home, so we couldn't take them to my crib. So my nigga on the school, my boys man's on schoolcraft. His mama went out of town, but we thinking it's his crib. His mama left in the crib, so his mama going this long ass 2 month. It had to be the summer. She went on a summer vacation on some Ice Cube shit. She went on a summer vacation on the cruises and stuff. So we got a car full of hoes behind us, nowhere to take them. We broke. Niggas talking about trying to get a short stay, getting their money up. And we go to this man's house. And we knock on the door. It's dark. It's usually lit. Niggas outside drinking. We should have took a hint. Man, we knock on the door like, man, this blase blah home. His mama came to the door. We like, damn. We like, man, we fucked up. We got these hoes. We got nowhere to take them. Long story short, man, we had to get on the freeway and lead them hoes, bro. We had a car full of hoes ready to pop off. That's how I knew I had to get my money together. For real, for real. This how I really knew I was like, bro, I can't be bullshit with y'all on the weekend. We didn't even have no money to get a hotel room. Niggas was so broke, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, that shit was sad. But the last story I tell y'all, I remember me and my nigga D, we went to St. Andrews. So we go to St. Andrews, whatever. So I meet this chick. Like, I meet this chick or whatever. So I'm talking to her and shit. And like I get the number, whatever, or I gave her my number, however it went, I gave her a number. So, and then we talked to some more chicks, whatever. I'll tell you what happened with them. So we talked to these two light skinned chicks, right? But I got this chick. So I told the story before too. So we lived at the club. My boy was like, call a whole girl up. So she lives on the north end or whatever. That's not far from the club. So she was like, yeah, I come to your crib, So she like right after the club, I'm telling y'all, like maybe 2 hours. And remember, I seen her in the club, talked to her for a minute. And that was it. And one night we walked out to the club together. I spent the block to the crib. And she like, he sleep. So she ready to go. Like, she ready to go to the crib and pop off. Her friend was like, I'm just not comfortable. I want to go back in. So I'm like, you got to get out. Anytime I see a woman like that, like, oh, I'm uncomfortable, I don't want to, I say, y'all got to get out. Me and old girl continued to talk past that. But, like, after that, I got up. My man was so mad. He was like, me, they was going to come pop off. If you got a female in the back that feel that uncomfortable, I'm good. I'm good. So I let them hoes get out, bro. I don't play that game. I never did, bro. I never played that game. But we met two other chicks that night, whatever. We tried to get them to come over. They bitch was not come over for shit. Two light skinned chicks. He macking, I'm macking. They refused to come over. Like, after a while, I'm like, man, shit dead. I'm not about to convince these hoes to come over no more, bro. I'm not about to do it. I stopped talking. They was nice looking women too. They was some beautiful little light skinned chicks. But I mean, we used to have some times, bro. But how we seen how women operate, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. It's real crazy. But I appreciate y'all. I wouldn't even supposed to stay on this long. Peace. If I can figure this shit out. Here we go.